My stepbrother destroyed my life in one night. He stole my company, erased my name, and left me with nothing but a broken legacy. Everyone thought I disappeared. But I didn't vanish. I went underground, and when I came back, I made sure he lost everything he stole. He thought betrayal was power, until he realized I was the one who taught him the game. What would you do if your own brother ruined your life? Because this is how I ruined his. Marcus and I weren't born brothers. Our parents married when we were teenagers. He was bold, loud, the kind of guy who could charm his way into any room. Me? I preferred silence. I built things, fixed things, planned things. Our father, Richard Cole, owned Cole and Sons Construction. He said one day we both run it together. But together meant something different to Marcus. He wanted to own it, not earn it. When I joined after college, I worked 12-hour days. I started on sites in steel-toed boots, earning every ounce of respect. Marcus skipped that part. He used family dinners as business meetings and convinced Dad he was a natural leader. And maybe he was. A natural liar. But I didn't know that the brother I trusted was already writing my downfall, one signature at a time. It happened the week before my father's retirement announcement. I just finished designing our biggest expansion project, Horizon Estates. It was personal, my father's dream, my blueprint. Marcus offered to help polish the presentation. The night before, he came to my office and said, "Relax, Ethan, tomorrow's going to change everything for us." He wasn't lying, just about who it would change things for. The next morning, I walked into the boardroom and froze. Marcus was already at the podium, presenting my design. My father and the entire board watched him like he was the second coming of Elon Musk. He ended with, "This project is my tribute to my father and to our family legacy." Everyone stood to clap. Everyone except me. After the meeting, I pulled him aside. "Marcus, you stole my work," he smiled. "Correction, our work. You just needed a voice that people listened to." That's when I realized something painful. He didn't just want credit. He wanted to erase me. A month later, our father had a heart attack. While he was hospitalized, Marcus convinced him to sign temporary control documents. Dad trusted him and then passed away a week later. By the time I learned what Marcus had done, my name had been removed from the company registration. He'd forged transfer papers and used my father's weakened state to push them through. I confronted him in his new corner office. "Why, Marcus? Why do this?" He leaned back, smirking. "Because you build things, Ethan, but I own them." That night, I packed my things and disappeared. He thought I was broken. He should have known better. I was rebuilding. He thought he buried me. He never realized I was digging my way under him. For a year, I lived in silence. But silence doesn't mean surrender. I started a small firm under a new name, EC Developments. Low profile, independent. And slowly, I started reclaiming our old clients, one by one. But here's where fate played its hand. One of those clients mentioned that Cole & Sons was under investigation. Apparently, Marcus was cutting corners, bribing inspectors, and funneling funds into offshore accounts. I didn't smile. I studied. Because revenge isn't about rage. It's about timing. I built a case, emails, bank statements, secret recordings. Even caught him blackmailing a city official. Then I reached out to his biggest investor, pretending to be a potential buyer. In the meeting, the investor confessed something wild. Marcus had mortgaged every company asset, even our late father's estate, to fund his next big project. He was seconds from collapse. He just didn't know it yet. And that's when I realized I didn't need to destroy him. All I had to do was let him talk. I arranged a meeting, potential partnership. He showed up dressed like a billionaire, oozing confidence. "Ethan," he said, surprised. "Didn't know you were still in the game." "Oh, I'm not," I said, smiling. "I'm here to make sure you're not either." He laughed. until the doors opened and the investor walked in with 2 federal auditors. They placed a thick folder on the table. Inside, every transaction, every offshore account, every falsified document, all traced back to him. Marcus's smile vanished. "You set me up," he hissed. "No," I said. "You set yourself up." I just pressed record. He tried to flee the country that night. Didn't make it far. The company froze his accounts and the authorities seized his assets. Days later, the board called me back. "Ethan, we need someone who understands legacy. Someone honest." I said, "No, not honest, honorable." And this time, I signed the papers with my own name. The company was mine again, clean, strong, and built on truth. But the real victory? It wasn't taking the company back. It was what came after. 3 months later, I visited him. He was living in a rundown apartment, wearing the same designer suit he'd once bragged about, now faded, torn. He looked up and said, "You won, Ethan. Happy now?" I said, "No, Marcus. I didn't win. I survived you." He didn't answer. He just looked away. As I left, I placed an envelope on his table. Inside was a job offer. Construction foreman. No titles, no glory. Just honest work. He never took it. But that wasn't the point. The point was, I could offer it. Because revenge isn't about watching someone fall. It's about rising so high that even your enemies have to look up to see you. Sometimes justice isn't loud. It's quiet and poetic. So tell me, what would you have done if your brother took everything from you? Would you destroy him? Or rebuild yourself first? Comment "Justice served" if you think I made the right choice. And remember, the best revenge isn't power. It's peace. He stole my future, so I built a better one and made him watch.